Joe Biden was one of the first world leaders to visit Israel after October the 7th. The two leaders have spoken often since. And now, even after Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu again publicly rejected the US policy of an independent Palestine, Biden is reluctant to abandon him. Asked at the White House if a two-state solution was impossible with Netanyahu in power, he replied sharply, no, and rejected the idea of cutting aid in response to such a public disagreement.
Conditions on Israel aid, given what Netanyahu said about a one state?
I think we'll be able to work something out.
What does that mean?
There are a number of types of two-state solutions. There's a number of countries that are members of the UN that are still don't have their own military. A number of states that have limitations on them. And so I think there's ways in which this could work.
The two leaders spoke on Friday, the first call in 26 days, a sign many observers believe of growing frustration in Washington that Israel continues to undermine the president on scaling back the war, on avoiding civilian casualties, on the future. But the White House says the call had been in the works for a while and there was no split between the two governments.
This isn't about, trying to twist somebody's arm or force a change in their thinking. Prime Minister Netanyahu has made clear his concerns about that. President Biden has made clear his strong conviction that a two-state solution is still the right path ahead.
One analyst says in an election year, Biden is making a huge miscalculation by not publicly criticizing Netanyahu.
Politically, this is a disaster for Biden. I think he, frankly, is just an ideologue who really believes in the Israeli project and is wedded to this naive assumption that by being nice to Netanyahu, he might be able to get the Israelis to compromise, even though that has been shown over and over again that simply does not work.
US lawmakers who've been largely supportive of Israel are said to be growing frustrated with Netanyahu and insist by ruling out a two-state solution, he's also ruling out a long-term peace settlement. And that's why Biden is talking about aid, because some are considering changing the conditions for America's multi-million-dollar support for Israel. Alan Fisher, Al Jazeera, Washington.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.